ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपथकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सगण ललिता शिविशाखान्वितंश्च ये कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरं योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसूक्तां सञ्जीवयति अखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यां च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणां नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। जयदं सुहृदो पङ्गोर्मम मन्दमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्य पादाम्बुजो राधा मदन मोहनो तमादिदेवं करुणानिधानं तमालवर्णं सुहृदावतारम् अपार संसार समुद्र सेतुं भजामहे भागवत स्वरूपम् परमानंद पाठाय प्रेमवर्षी अक्षराय ते सर्वदा सर्वसेव्याय श्रीकृष्णाय नमोस्तु मे। गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। हरे कृष्णा हरि ओम तत्सत। So welcome all the devotees for today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, and text number 13 onwards. अदपुंबिर्द्विजश्रेष्ठा वर्णाश्रमा विभागसा स्वानुष्ठितस्य धर्मस्य संसिद्धिर्हरितोषणम्। अदपुंबिर्द्विजश्रेष्ठा वर्णाश्रमा विभागसा स्वानितिष्ठस्य धर्मस्य संसिद्धिर्हरितोषणम्। ओके शिल्पा माता जी प्रभु।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु धन्यवाद। अत पुंभिर्द्विजा श्रेष्ठा वर्णश्रामा विभागसः स्वनुष्ठितस्य धर्मस्य संसिद्धिर्हा रितोषणम्।
हरितोषणम्। Okay, translation.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
O best among the twice born, it is therefore concluded that the highest perfection one can achieve by discharging the duties prescribed for one's own occupation according to caste, religions, and orders of life is to please the personality of Godhead.
Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Okay, to please the personality of Godhead. Haritoshanam. Hari means Supreme Lord Hari. Toshanam means to please, to satisfy. So how can we satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Oh, best among the twice born. What is the meaning of twice born?
Is it before initiation, after initiation, Prabhu?
Twice means those who are Brahmanically initiated.
Yeah.
Those who have done the Upanayana Samskara. We have, basically we have two births. One biologically from our parents, okay? Second, when we take Upanayana, when we take the sacred thread, we accept the Guru. So that is a spiritual birth. So that birth is called spiritual birthday. Biologically, when we take birth from the womb of a mother, that is the material birthday. We have a mother and father, right? So that's a biological birth. Second time, when we get Upanayana, when we get the sacred thread, when we get the samskara, okay, from a guru, when we accept the guru, that is the time that we take spiritual birth. That's why it is said here, oh, best among the twice born. Okay. The Dvija Brahmana, see it is here mentioned, Dvija Sreshta. Dvija means second. Okay. So the best among the Dvijas. Who is being addressed here? Who is being addressed here?
Sudha Goswami.
Yeah, Sudha Goswami is addressing Shaunaka Rishis. Rishis headed by Shaunaka. Okay. He is telling, it is therefore concluded that the highest perfection one can achieve by discharging the duties prescribed for one's own occupation according to caste divisions and orders of life is to please the personality of Godhead. So whether we are a Brahmana, a Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmacharya, Grahastha, Vanaprastha or Sannyasi, what's your duty? What's your duty? Samsiddhe.
To please the God.
Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. It is not just for Brahmanas, it is for all castes of people, all Varnas also. Varnas are Brahmacharya, Grahastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasi, irrespective of which category they belong to. So that is according to caste.
Varna is Dharma, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya,
Brahmana,
Shudra.
Kshatriya, yes. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. And other one, Ashrama is this. That is social order and spiritual order. Social order is Brahmana, Kshatriya, spiritual order is this one. Grahastha, Brahmacharya, Grahastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasa. Okay. So whether whichever Varna you belong to or whichever Ashrama you belong to, what is our prime duty? To please the personality of Godhead. So that is what it is mentioned here. Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. So when we please the personality of Godhead, we being the part and parcel of that Supreme Hari, we also get satisfaction. Isn't it? When the food is supplied to the stomach, all other parts of the body gets nourished. Isn't it? It's not necessary that we have to feed each and every limb of the body, each and every part of the body. Okay, few chapatis in the ear, few chapatis in the eyes, few chapatis to the hand. No, we don't do that. We supply to the stomach through the mouth. When we do that, automatically all the parts of the body gets nourished. Similarly, when we please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we being the part and parcel of that Supreme Lord, we also gets nourished. So that's a actual tattva. But unfortunately, we don't consider that. We forget Krishna, of whom we are the part and parcel. We very conveniently forget him and try to satisfy our own senses. That is where we fall in trap. Okay. When we Krishna bhuliya jiva, what is that? Krishna bhuliya jiva bhoga vancha kare pasate maya tare japatiya dhare. That is what it says. Krishna bhuliya jiva. No, Krishna, we know the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, Krishna. Whoever the jiva, when he forgets Krishna, what happens? We want to enjoy bhoga vancha kare. We want to enjoy our senses, forgetting Krishna. Actually, he is the enjoyer. We are the enjoyed. Krishna bhuliye jev bhoga vancha kare Pasate Mayatare Japatiyatare. Immediately the Maya catches that Jiva. Immediately. When we forget Krishna and want to enjoy with our senses, then immediately Maya attacks us, captures us. So we should be careful. As long as we are attached to Krishna, Maya will not touch us. The moment we forget Krishna and want to enjoy our senses, immediately Maya catches us, captures us. And Maya will allure us with so many material objects. Enjoy with your eyes, enjoy with your ears, enjoy with your tongue, enjoy with your skin, enjoy with your ears. So there are so many options she will put in front of us. Enjoy, forget Krishna, enjoy. And as we start enjoying, the miseries will start coming upon us. We think that we are enjoying, but as a byproduct of that enjoyment, there will be a lot of miseries also. So this is what is happening exactly to all the jivas. So we should never forget Krishna or Hari. That's why our Shastra says, always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. Smartavyam sadam Vishnor, Vismartavyam na jatujit. Sarve vidhi nishedasyur edayor eva kinkara. Smartavyam sadam Vishnor, always remember Krishna. Vismartavyam na jatujit, never forget Krishna. These are the two principles we have to follow. Otherwise, Maya will catch us. And when Maya catches us, we'll have to undergo miseries. So here, it is said that Samsiddhir Harishanam. Always try to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead by pleasing Him, because He is the only enjoyer. We are being enjoyed. We are being enjoyed. Who is the enjoyer? Only Supreme Lord Krishna is the enjoyer. He is only the Purusha. He is only Purusha. We are all female in gender compared to Supreme Lord Hari. Although we may have bodies of male and female in this material world, but whether irrespective of we have a female body or male body, we are all being enjoyed by the Supreme Lord. He is the only Purusha. So, O best among the twice born, it is therefore concluded that the highest perfection one can achieve by discharging duties prescribed for one's own occupation according to caste divisions and orders of life is to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So human society all over the world is divided into 4 castes and 4 orders of life. The 4 castes are the intelligent caste, the martial caste, the productive caste, and the laborer caste. These castes are classified in terms of one's work and qualification and not by birth. So what is the slogan in Bhagavad Gita? That these castes are classified in terms of one's work and qualification and not by birth. What is that slogan? Yes, Vivek Prabhu, not audible. Cannot hear. Chadurvarnyam Maya system. Now it's okay. Chadurvarnyam Maya system, Guna Karma Vibhagasha. Okay, this 4 varnas, my creation. According to Guna and Karma, it is divided. Lord Krishna says to Arjuna, not by birth. Then again, there are 4 orders of life, namely the student life, the householder's life, the retired, and devotional life. So this is Brahmacharya, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa. So by birth, they, it's a very good opportunity for them to be born in a very high-class family, but in a Brahmanical family. But that alone is not enough. That person has to practice Brahmanical culture to become a Brahmana. So that's what we have to understand. So by birth, a Brahmana, but not by qualification. So he cannot be a Brahmana. In North India, you must have observed, Trivedi, Chadurvedi, all this surname, right? So Trivedi means who is expert in all the three Vedas. Chadurvedi who is expert in all the four Vedas. It's a surname, carry forward from generation. But are they expert? No. It's only for surname. If you ask them, no, they don't know anything. So it should not be like that. So by birth they got the title, but what about by practice? No. And Goswami, you will find Goswami or Gosani. What is Goswami means? One who has controlled all the senses is called Goswami. But those who have that title, if you ask them, have you controlled your senses? No, they are not. So these are all, just by parampara we are getting these titles, but doesn't mean that they are Goswamis or Trivedis or Chadurvedis. So there are 4 varnas, 4 ashramas. In the best interest of human society, there must be such divisions of life. Otherwise, no social institution can grow in a healthy state. So what do you think? Is this caste systems necessary or not necessary? Some people say, is this all in your Hindu religion? Okay, this caste system is, dividing the people. It's belittling some classes of society. Some are higher, some are lower. There is no equality. What do you think? Is it necessary or not? In your personal opinion. Vivek Prabhu.
Yeah.
What's your opinion? This system which Krishna has devised, is it necessary? Is it must, or is we can just get rid of it? We cannot hear you, Prabhuji. Kapil Prabhu, let's give the chance to Kapil Prabhu.
Yeah, actually, Prabhuji, until we understand the real reason behind, until that time, we may also have the same opinion, like you mentioned. No, some people think it divides. Actually, initially, even I was thinking when I did not have this clarity and all.
Yeah.
But now we understand that what is the reason behind it and why actually it was important. There was a logic behind that actually. So once a person understand the reason behind, then maybe it looks correct and right actually.
So how can we convince a person who doesn't have any idea? Suppose this, these are all your, this is not correct. You are discriminating people. All should be equal. Okay. How can you convince? So what points can you?
So we can say that okay, as per the original whatever scripture says, that maybe by birth it cannot be decided, but by karma and what practice he may follow, if he really start adopting and learning the shastra and scriptures and elevate his knowledge as well as his capability, definitely it is not like he stuck to the some lower caste, so-called lower caste, but maybe he has always a chance to graduate further higher, and maybe they themselves can become brahmana. So it is not stuck by birth, something like that. That is the logic, original logic supposed to be.
Good, very good. Now just imagine, just for argument's sake, just to make them understand, just imagine, there is only one varna. Okay. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Brahmanas are intelligent class, and Kshatriyas are administrative class, and Vaishyas are mercantile class, and Shudras are labor class. Okay, let us say there's only one varna, Brahmana. Brahmanas are generally sober in nature, right? They are the mode of goodness. They will not be aggressive, and they will be mostly the advisors, teacher, instructing class, teachers category. Now, just imagine in the society, all are teachers. There are no engineers, there are no doctors, there is no laborers, there is no accountants, there is no pilot, there is no drivers, there is no... How the society will run? Nobody to make bread, there is nobody to cultivate agriculture. How the society will run? Can you imagine that? Is it possible? Suppose, all the people in this world are engineers. What do you eat? Who will make the bread? Who will cultivate the agriculture? Who will do the cleaning of municipality? All are engineers. Is it possible to run the country? It is
Like
not.
Prabhuji, same what we are seeing here, that here the people are from outside and doing some odd works because yeah.
So it's a must. It's a must. Without that, it will not work. We want all classes of people according to the level of their consciousness and intelligence. It is society is divided into three different varnas and ashramas. So what is wrong in that? Just imagine, just in an office, everybody is CEO. How the office will work? All are CEOs. Can the office work? We need CEOs, we need manager, we need supervisor, we need workers, we need all classes of people. So what is wrong in this? So Krishna is saying that only. Krishna is telling these varnas are must for the smooth function of the society. But the so-called other caste system according to the profession, it's all made by man. That you can eliminate. But the actual varna and ashrama cannot be eliminated. Even if you agree, even if you accept or not accept, it will be there. You don't now, these people, they don't accept this varna ashrama, but it is there in the society. There are advisory class, isn't it? In any society, you see there are advisors, there are administrators, there are business people, there are laborers. This classification is already there. You cannot avoid that. Now, can you, protest against this varna? So if you really analyze it, it is there already, whether you accept or not, it is there already in the society. So that's what Krishna says. So for a healthy state, this varnashrama dharma is a must. So, and in each and every one of the above-mentioned divisions of life, the aim must be to please the supreme authority of the personality of Godhead. So in each and every divisions of this life, the prime duty is to please the supreme personality of Godhead. That should be the prime goal of the life. The rest will automatically be taken care of. So this institutional function of human society is known as a system of Varna Ashrama Dharma. Varna Ashrama Dharma, which is quite natural for the civilized life. This is must for a civilized life. Otherwise, it is uncivilized if we don't have these divisions in the society. The Varnashrama institution is constructed to enable one to realize the absolute truth. So this Varnashrama Dharma is devised in such a way that each and every person, by following the prescribed duties in that particular Varna, attain or realize the absolute truth. That's the purpose behind it. It is not for artificial domination of one division or another. So one should not mistake that, oh, I will try to suppress the other class. The higher class will suppress the lower class. No, that is not the purpose behind it. When the aim of life, that is realization of the absolute truth, is missed by too much attachment of indriya priti or sense gratification, as already discussed here and before, the institution of the Varnashrama is utilized by selfish men to pose an artificial predominance over the weaker section. So we should not misuse this to impose whatever they want to do over the lower divisions of society. One should not misuse that. So how we should treat the different varnas? The higher class should advise the Kshatriya class. The Brahmana class should advise, give the right instruction, because they are the intelligent class. And the below that means the Kshatriya class should administrate or rule the country in a proper way that everybody gets an equal opportunity in the society. And the business class, the mercantile class should do trade, agriculture, and cow protection. Krishi, Goraksha, Vanijya. This is the responsibility of mercantile class. Without Krishi, Krishi means agriculture. Vanijya means trade. Goraksha means protection of cows. Because cows, they are a very, very important part of human family. Whatever they supply, everything is required for us, for our sustenance. The milk, the curd, the ghee, okay, and the urine, the cow dung, everything is used. So cow protection also should be there. Trade should be there. And agriculture should be there. And the laborers who are not, very intelligent class, they support the other three varnas. So this is how the society is managed. So in the Kali Yuga or in the age of quarrel, this artificial predominance is already current, but the saner section of the people know it well that the division of castes and orders of life are meant for smooth social intercourse and high thinking self-realization and not for any other purpose. Because of the influence of the Kali Yuga, people take undue advantage of this situation of the different divisions of society. They will try to dominate over the weaker section, and they say that these are all unwanted things. This is the influence of Kali Yuga. And so this is not right. They will stamp. This Varnashrama Dharma given in our scriptures are all bogus. It is because they are misutilizing this. So here in the statement of Bhagavatam is that the highest aim of life or the highest perfection of the institution of the Varnashrama Dharma is to cooperate jointly for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord. This is also confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 4.13. What 4.13 says? Chadurvarnyam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagasha tasya kartaram abhimam vidya kartaram abhyayam. According to the three modes of material nature and the work associated with them, the four divisions of human society are created by me. And although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am at the non-doer being unchangeable. So Krishna is telling to Arjuna that I have created these four divisions of human society and I am the creator, but still I am aloof. I am not in that. I am unchangeable, being unchangeable. So we should not think that Krishna is also part of that Varnashrama Dharma. He is beyond, he is transcendental. He is not the doer. Although he is the creator, he is the non-doer. He is not influenced by these divisions. That's what Krishna says. Okay, so any questions or any comments?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah.
This Gruhastrashram, Vanaprasthashram, then which are the four?
First is Brahmacharya.
Brahmacharya, okay.
That is students. Till 25 years, we are supposed to be student. We should not involve in any other activities. That is only studies. Then if one wants to get married, they can enter Grahastha Ashrama, another 25 years. Then after that 25 years, once everything is done, then you can enter into Vanaprastha. Okay. No more. In the Grahastha Ashrama, there is regulated enjoyment. Once that Grahastha Ashrama is finished, then one should enter into Vanaprastha, where we can concentrate more on devotional service. Then totally renouncing all the material activities and concentrating on Lord Krishna only, sannyasa, the last 25 years. But anyway, in the age of Kali, this is very difficult. So even after the Grahastha Ashrama, one can be still at home and practice devotional service most of the time, taking leave from the material activities, withdrawing ourselves and giving the responsibility to the other members of the family. The elderly people should withdraw themselves, then engage
Okay.
in devotional service. So by the time we are ready to quit the body, we should be thinking only about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not involving our head and our mind in material things. So that is how we can quit this body, remembering Krishna. So till the end of our life, if we are always engaged in the material activities, then where is the time to remember Krishna while we quit the body? It's not possible. So we have to, at some point of time, we have to slowly and gradually retract and
So
focus
retire.
more.
So retirement is 50 years, huh? Yeah, correct,
Retirement.
correct.
That's why it is said Hikavan. One means
Oh,
forest. Hikavan.
yeah.
After 50, Hikavan.
Oh,
Vavan.
Ekavan, huh? Ekavan.
Hikavan.
Yeah,
So from
correct,
50
correct,
only it is one. One starts
correct.
from 50. So one में जाना है फिर 50 के बाद में.
करेक्ट, क्योंकि गुजराती में भी 51 ही बोलते हैं 51 को.
51.
करेक्ट.
हिंदी में भी प्रभु जी 51.
हाँ, 51.
ठीक है.
So
So one में
51
जाने का
is
टाइम हो गया.
in Malayalam, Prabhu ji?
One also, yes, Malayalam also.
Oh,
Actually, it is a Sanskrit word.
Sanskrit word. Yeah, 51 in Hindi also.
And Gujarati also we say 51. Yeah.
So our scripture gives the right information. Unfortunately, we are totally confused because of the present influence of the Kali Yuga. We are after the glamorous, glittering world, which is attracting us and distracting us from the devotional, real activities. We are living in a world of glamour, isn't it? Very difficult to come out of that. It's just like when you tie a knot, you take two threads, make some knots, again make knots like that. If you want to untie, is it possible? It's not possible. You have to just cut only. You cannot untie that knots. Similarly, we are also stuck in this material world of so many activities, material activities. We cannot come out of that. We are stuck. So what is the only way? The only way is to slowly and gradually read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, understand, and take some praditnya, some pratigya or vow, and slowly and gradually we have to come out of that, engaging ourselves in devotional service. So we should be ready, because how long, how far we can go? There is a limit, no? Every one of us, we cannot go beyond 100. And even if we reach 100, what will be our status? We will be able to live without any sahara, without any help of others. We won't be able to see, we won't be able to walk, we won't be able to even stand on our own. We need third or fourth leg. We have to be fully dependent on others. And our memory is lost. Intelligence is lost. We cannot remember anything. So at that age, what are we going to do? So better when we are in good health, utilize this time in the service of the Lord. And Lord will remember us when we quit the body. He will remind us to remember Him. So the best time should be given to the Supreme Lord, the best time. Not that when we are 80 plus, 90 plus, when we cannot see anything, when we cannot hear anything, when we cannot remember anything, not that time. No, we give the best time to our employer. We give the best time to our children. We give the best time to our loved ones. But we want to give the worst time to the Supreme Lord who has given us everything. Isn't it? That is okay. वो तो बाद में 70 साल के बाद में देखा जाएगा. Happy the birth, busy home. Okay. So, do you all agree?
Yeah, Prabhuji, correct.
That's why Prahlad Maharaj says, Kaumaram Acharet Pratnyu. It should be practiced from the age of Kaumara. Kaumara starts at the age of 5 minimum. So this devotional service should be practiced from the age of 5, not when we are 60, 70, when we are good for nothing, when all our faculties are invalid. Rather, actually, it should be, Prahlad Maharaj was very, very fortunate enough to start the devotional service even from the womb of his mother. He was so lucky. So it is our responsibility to raise our children from the young age, teaching them the importance of devotional service, so that they will also come up in the right way. They will grow in a very disciplined way. No, it's not that we have to live our material life, we leave everything and go to sannyasa. No, nothing is like that. Nobody says that. You do your grasashrama, you do your duties, but at the same time, give importance to devotional service also. Because at the end of the day, we are getting benefit from the devotional service that only will lift us from this material world to the spiritual world. All other activities are temporary. We don't have to stop that. Whatever duty we are doing, whatever job we are doing, you continue doing, but at the same time, add this at least. That is what the acharyas are also telling. Don't ignore it totally. Let this devotional service be part of our daily life. Just like how we are having food 3 times a day. We are taking bath, we are going to office, we are doing all other activities daily without fail. Similarly, let us also make this devotional service an activity of our daily routine. That is what is required. No, nobody is telling, Krishna is telling, you stop all this thing, go to the forest and meditate. He never said that. Krishna told Arjuna, go and fight. Isn't it? That's what is required. Anything else? We'll go to 14, number 14. तस्मादेकेन मनसा भगवान् सात्वतं पदिः श्रोतव्य कीर्तितव्यश्च ध्येय पूज्यश्च नित्यदा तस्मादेकेन मनसा भगवान् सात्वतं पदिः श्रोतव्य कीर्तितव्यश्च ध्येय पूज्यश्च नित्यदा. Okay, Jeevashri Mataji and Vivek Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
तस्मादेकेन मानसा भगवान् सात्वदाम्पदी श्रोतव्य कीर्तिदा वेच्च देया पूजिच्च नित्यदा. Purport also, Prabhu?
Translate, I think Vivek Paril Prabhu, there is some
Okay.
problem with the audio. Some problem with the audio, I think today.
Okay.
Anyway, you can,
They-
Hari Kirtan Prabhu, you read the translation.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Therefore, with one pointed attention, one should constantly hear about glorify, remember and worship the personality of Godhead, who is protector of the devotee. Hare
Very
Krishna.
good. Very good. Therefore, with one pointed attention, that's what is mentioned. Tasmat ekena manasa. One pointed attention, not deviating here and there. Our mind is always deviated. Oh, I should worshiping Devi, then Ganapati, then Hanuman, then Ayyappa, then this, that. Yes, they're all adorable. The only worshipable is Vishnu Tattvas. And how? Single pointed attention. Ekena manasa. Who? Bhagavan Satvatam Padihi. Bhagavan, who is Bhagavan? Personality of Godhead. Satvatam. By whom? By the devotees. Padihi, protector. Which protector? Supreme Lord. How? Shrotavya. We should hear, we should shravan. We should hear about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Guna, Rupa, Leela, Nam. We should listen to his Katha, Hari Katha. Kirtidavya, then we should glorify him. Not only listening, once we listen, once we hear, then we should be able to glorify him. First Shravanam, then Kirtanam. Shrotavya, Kirtidavyasya. So hear and glorify. That's why I said Shravanam, Kirtanam. First is listening. And Dhyaya. Dhyaya means to be remembered. We should remember him. Smaran. Puja, then we should worship. And when, how often? Nityada. Constantly. Not once in a week. Do we eat once in a week? Or do we eat daily? So, what we have to do? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. Then worship. Puja. Nityada, always. So this is what is required. Therefore, with one pointed attention, one should constantly hear about, glorify, remember, and worship the personality of Godhead, who is the protector of devotees. If we do so, he will protect us. And if we don't do, what will happen? So how to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead? That is what is given here. Tasmad ekena manasa, with single point attention, we should not waver. Our mind should not waver here and there. With single point attention, we should listen, we should glorify, and we should remember, and we should worship. Nityada, always, constantly. And then what he will do? He'll protect us, the devotees who does so. And if you don't do that, won't we protect? Won't we be protected, or won't he protect us? Mayuri Mataji, if you don't do, if you don't worship him, what will happen to us?
आई थिंक प्रभु भगवान तो करुणा निधान है, तो प्रोटेक्ट तो हमेशा करेंगे.
Okay, protect
Yes.
karega. But then if you don't worship him, if you don't remember him, why should he protect us?
Yeah, he will not. कष्ट आएंगे.
Kapil Prabhu?
Prabhuji, I think he protect the devotees the most.
Okay.
So better we should, but maybe still if we don't pray to God, then maybe we will just fall in that karma cycle. Whatever we will do, maybe we will get back. But sometimes if we are devotee and remembering, maybe we may have a chance that maybe the reaction may not be as harsh as what our karma is.
Terrible, yes, exactly. If you are devotees, he'll protect us. Definitely he'll protect us. Even if he commit some mistakes unknowingly, he'll be there on our side to protect us. But if you are non-devotees, not remembering him, not worshipping him, okay, and not glorifying him, not hearing about him, he will leave that devotee in the hands of external energy. According to his karma, he'll be getting the reward. Whatever he does, according to that, yathamam prapadyante tam sadaiva bhajamyaham. To what extent he does, to that extent he will get reciprocation. So if he's not a devotee, if he's doing good things, he will get good result. If he's doing bad thing, he will get bad result. But if he's a surrendered devotee, even if he commits mistake unknowingly, no, Krishna will say, write it off, forget him, he's my person. Leave him, he will say. Because he is his devotee, because he is following, very nicely, sincerely, the devotional activities. So he'll, even if he make mistake unknowingly, he'll protect us. So that's the difference. So if we become his devotee, he is there personally to protect us. Just like how Arjuna was being navigated, being instructed, being directed by Krishna directly. What about Duryodhana? Was Krishna directing him? And okay, Krishna was directing him, Krishna was leading him, but Arjuna didn't have to face any problems. He had to face the problem. But Arjuna was bindas. Why? Because he was sure that he is being protected by Lord Krishna, who is just beside him. So he was not worried at all. But on the contrary, Duryodhana was worried every step. What will happen next? What will happen next? Arjuna was not worried because Krishna was by his side. He is there to protect him. And Duryodhana was being protected by his karma, the external energy, not directly by Krishna. So that's the difference. If we become a pure devotee, just like as it is said that Tasmad ekena manasa Bhagwan Satvatam Padihi Srotavya Kirtitavyasya Shreyas Dhyayas Pujasya Nityada. So if we become a devotee, definitely he will be there to protect us. If not, he will give this thing to Maya Devi, external energy. And external energy, how it will act on us according to our karma. What we are doing, that will be, accordingly he will be reciprocating to us. Good things, good result. Bad things, bad result. Just like Gigo principle. You know what is Gigo principle? What is Gigo principle? GIGO. Garbage in, garbage out. Good in, good out. So, if we eat rubbish things, what will come out? Rubbish thing. If we take, garbage, what comes out is garbage only, isn't it? And if our intake is good, then good will come out. So that's what Krishna says here, that we should glorify him, we should remember him, we should worship him, and we should hear about him. Then he will protect us. That means, in brief, become his devotee. And that should be not once in a week business. It should be a daily practice, constantly. Okay, I'll read the purport also. If realization of the absolute truth is the ultimate aim of life, it must be carried out by all means. In any one of the above-mentioned castes and orders of life, the four processes, namely glorifying, hearing, remembering, and worshipping. In Bhagavad Gita also, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, Manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyajimam namaskuru. Manmana, always remember me. Bhakto, become my devotee. Madhyaji, worship me. Namaskuru, pay obeisance unto me. Similarly, here also it is said the same thing. So in any one of the above-mentioned castes and orders of life, the four processes, namely glorifying, hearing, remembering, and worshipping, are general occupations. Without these principles of life, no one can exist. Activities of the living being involve engagements in these four different principles of life. Especially in modern society, all activities are more or less dependent on hearing and glorifying. Okay. Modern society also, we are dependent more or less on hearing and glorifying. We hear about a person and we glorify him also. If he's a very rich person, oh, such a very wealthy person, very handsome person, very influential person, we glorify him, no? When we hear, we glorify. So any man from any social status becomes a well-known man in human society within very short time if he simply glorified truly or falsely in the daily newspapers. See, the media is so, nowadays the media is so famous. Any person can be made top by glorifying him. A good person or bad person, both. Sometimes political leaders of a particular party are also advertised by newspaper propaganda. And by such a method of glorification, an insignificant man becomes an important man within no time. But such propaganda by false glorification of an unqualified person cannot bring about any good, either for the particular man or for the society. There may be some temporary reactions to such propaganda, but there are no permanent effects. Therefore, such activities are a waste of time. The actual object of glorification is Supreme Personality of God. Who is to be glorified? Not the ordinary people, the Supreme Personality of God only, who has created everything manifested before us. He is a person, cause of all causes. He is a creator. He is a Srishtikarta. We have broadly discussed this fact from the beginning of the Janmadi Asya Sloka. That's the first sloka of Srimad Bhagavatam, of this Bhagavatam. The tendency to glorify others or hear others must be turned to the real object of glorification. Who is worth glorifying? Supreme Lord. So all of us in varying degrees got a insignificant portion of his Aishwarya, his opulence. He is the Bhagwan, having all the opulences 100%. We being his part and parcel, we also have the opulences in varying degrees, in very, very minute varying degrees. So that's why we should glorify the object of glorification, the real object, Supreme Personality of Godhead. If some person is very wealthy, or if some person is very influential, very, very handsome, it is because the Lord is the master of all riches. It is because the God is the all attractive one. And we partake little bit from him because we are his part and parcel. He is the real object of glorification. We get all these opulences from him, Supreme Being, and that will bring happiness. So when he is glorified, his part and parcel also are getting that glorification. So that is the real, that will bring us the real happiness. That's what Sudha Goswami tells the Shaunagadi Rishis. So we have covered 2 slokas today, 13 and 14. So any questions or any comments? Next is text 15. So please take note of this text 15 next week.
Yeah, noted, Prabhu.
Very well. So I will stop here. Then we can just have some discussion after that. Mancha kalpatarubhyasya krupasindhubhyavacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo. Ananta Kodi Vaishnava ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.